for sure. Speaking of professionals, we got Void and Krome coming up next. The Googles versus the Shadow Realm.
Krome. I get it. Yeah, okay. I got it. Gotcha.
Nailed it.
Took me a little while.
10-point landing. Let's go. All right.
Seed 3 versus Seed 5, though.
Yeah, Void is proving himself. I did not know how strong he was at this matchup for Puyo versus Tetris. I thought Sen Red was the only warrior who could stand up and rise up to the Tetris tyranny, but Void might be his right-hand man, or maybe higher.
Void is doing really well. I think Rento did really well too this tournament and yesterday as well. Animeru is like dual wielding. I don't know what the fuck is up with Animeru, but there's definitely some great Puyo representation tonight.
Oh yeah,
at PCO 7 in general. It's great to see.
I've said this a bunch of times. I'm so jazzed that we're seeing like the return, the resurgence of mixed verses here for the Puyo Tetris scene, because man, like you remember the dark times during Puyo Tetris 1 where it was just like always all Tetris, like all the Puyo players would die before the top cut, right?
But so here's the thing. That's before my time. I was not in the scene back then.
Oh man.
Like when you get down to it, I'm kind of new.
Oh man, maybe I gotta tell you some stories sometime. Back when I ran Puyo Tetris at Anime Evo. Holy smokes.
Speaking of stories, we got one story unfolding right now. Krome, Void's board not looking so hot.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this Puyo. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so yeah, for those of you who are not very familiar with how this matchup is played at a high level, the objective of Tetris is to try and prevent Puyo from actually playing their game. That's why Tetris, the more important thing is how often Tetris hits Puyo, not how big Tetris hits Puyo. The more often you hit, the more parfaited the stack of the Puyo player becomes. It becomes a parfait of Puyo and garbage and Puyo and garbage. And
gotcha.
Depending on how thick that garbage is, like it can be very problematic for the Puyo player to play around. So since the way garbage works for Puyo is so disruptive, and how Tetris can be extremely disruptive because of how fast it is, what Puyo wants to do is start playing the game very defensively at first. That's why you'll start to see the Puyo player build very uneven, like very tall on columns 1, 2, or very tall columns 5, 6, or maybe both even if they got the Puyo to do so. Because tall stacks reduce the impact of what the garbage can do to block off what is inaccessible.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I think it's interesting that you bring up for Tetris that it's about how often you hit, and we see this with Krome's play and with a lot of the other Tetris players that are doing really well at this event. That it's not really like spike based. It's you pressure them out as much as you can, and then hope that they like fall over like a dead cat.
Oh no, Krome missed up his C-spin. So, yeah, the problem with spiking is that if you try to spike Puyo will outspike Tetris.
Yeah,
That's
Puyo
why
has a lot bigger, like, I guess you would call it, like damage ceiling, right? Because
a much higher damage ceiling, much bigger damage potential. Yeah, absolutely. That's why, actually, 4 wides for Tetris are actually one of the less practical options you want to take against a Puyo player. Because building a 4 wide is like building a big chain in Puyo, right? Because you're doing that really long time-inducing setup, but then you get that really big payoff at the end. But when your big payoff does not match up to Puyo's big payoff, yeah, that's why 4 wide isn't as strong.
Yeah, so like in terms of output from given input, like Puyo is going to have a stronger hit, but you know, like the pace of Tetris is just so much faster, and we see that how Void's board is looking right now. It's not looking super clean.
It's actually not that bad for Void. Void just doesn't have a lot of chain potential right now. Void is just like, he's basically essentially bobbing and weaving with the blows. He's receiving garbage regularly, so he can kind of play around the rhythm of when the garbage is hitting. And look at this, he's got that 3 chain to clean out most of that down stack.
A great Kairon donation from Krome here. Hoping to cancel off a bit more. Receiving just a tad bit of garbage, but it's not super clean. And that's not what we want to see from Krome.
Krome took the double instead of setting up Tetris. Interesting. Especially with that 4 chain coming in right now, he's got to mitigate a little bit and start down stacking.
Great 6 combo from Krome there. And Void is setting off a big chain here. Big
a lot of garbage.
And that's gonna kill.
Yup.
All tied up. I definitely like that 4 wide isn't as pervasive as it is in like Tetris versus Tetris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes the game a bit more palatable.
Yeah. it makes honestly, like,
ooh, fat PC from Krome here. Sorry to interrupt you. Into the DPC and Void. I don't know. Oh, gonna Void there in terms of his chain, and is this enough to not die?
It's a 4 chain. Yeah, that's definitely enough. I think Void wanted that purple, but the purple got sealed off, so he took a detour to the yellows instead of set off the chain. And the flexibility on that chain allowed Void to basically clear out the entire left side of the field.
I really like in Puyo how like to me it seems super unintuitive, but it seems like to people who play the game, it's like everything makes sense. But unfortunately, Krome, they're just taking it. I think, did Void misdrop?
The Void was 1 piece too slow. The piece he wanted did not make it in time. The school bell rang, the gates closed, and now Void's marked tardy.
Dude, that's tough. You gotta go to the front office, to the mom. You know, like in elementary school, you're like 5 minutes late to class.
Excuse.
Yeah, you're 5 minutes late, and then you gotta like give this whole ass excuse on. Oh, I'm sorry, I got caught in traffic. Speaking of caught in traffic, Void.
Caught in traffic. I saw what Void was going for there, but Chrome's garbage was just 1 turn ahead of Void every single time, unfortunately.
Chrome's triple double openers here doing some good work.
Oh yeah. It's a really good opener for this matchup.
It's a really good opener in general, just like the pace that it sets, especially in tuning limit Tetris games.
Wait a minute, it's gonna kill!
Oh my god.
I'm surprised
really
Void didn't
fast round wins.
I'm surprised Void didn't let the chain rip. Was the chain not complete? Did I misread that maybe?
Might have been. I can't read. I am Puyo illiterate, as some might say. Is this GTR? I think
that's not GTR. The GTR looks like a shoe.
You know what? I'm about it. I've heard stranger things in life. Oh, is that? Ooh, big 4 chain. Sending a lot of clean over to Chrome's board there.
Yeah, Krome took that garbage on purpose, for sure.
Receiving garbage in PPT, playing Tetris is so risky, I found. But Krome making it work.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny how garbage tanking in Puyo Tetris for both Puyo side and Tetris side is as equally valid of a strat, because like it's like pass through in Tetrio. Sometimes you want the garbage to punch through and not cancel the garbage you want to receive, because it might kill them.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my, what is this? That floating
chain?
Little floating thing from Krome there. Really cool. I don't know how practical it was, but Void's board, even I can see a pretty fat chain coming in. Let's see if they can get there.
Hellfire with a 3 chain afterwards. Oh, sorry, I pop off on power chains all the time.
As you should.
Yeah.
They are
like, like you know what power chains are, right?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Power
I've
2.
played a super puzzle fighter before.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you know, it's like the big gem.
Nobody in the audience knows what we're talking about anymore. It's just Moose. Getting back into the match here though. Chrome's board not looking the freshest. but
there's
they
a little
might
bit cleanup
still
there.
be able to get through.
Oh, that's a lot of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like how this tournament has been super back and forth in terms of Tetris and Puyo. And even though the score is 3-6, I feel like Krome has had to work for it super hard.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, like-
TST tower coming in from Krome
Oh
here.
no, Krome, don't do this. That's mean.
I actually think it's pretty good. Wasted, I think, 1 T max there. It's not a bad strategy at all.
No, I'm saying that's messed up for Void.
Yeah, I mean, Void's board not looking so hot.
He just needs to be
not
able
a
to
ton of
break through
space.
he just needs to be able to break through the garbage in the middle here. The yellow is his key player right now. Those yellows in the middle, if he can break through that and access his Puyo on the left, then he's got an attack ready.
I see. That's super interesting. Puyo's an interesting game. I don't think I'd be good at it, but
If you ever want to try, I got you.
for sure. Oh, Krome here, just trying to downstack through this garbage. Not super clean, but gonna get there. Still being taken farther and farther up.
Oh no,
Teaspoon
Void,
0 from Krome there, but Void's board.
not too
I
bad.
don't know, man.
Got a little bit through chain to mitigate the garbage. Chrome's got some meter though, so there's gonna be some punch through here. But Void's got the power 2. Oh, that's gonna come back. And Chrome's gotta do something nice. J spin.
Oh, Krome has a great downstack there. That sort of like getting rid of the middle 2 lines with the S and Z, or the S and the Z piece. Very good tactic there from Krome. Barely getting out, making this T-spin. That's so dangerous, but it works out in their favor.
Uh-oh.
And this sequence, dude, I don't know. That's a little. Ooh.
We're at
the mistress. No.
we were at
that's
the
so
point in
wrong.
margin time where everything was just dangerous.
Everything sends, and Krome definitely needed to try to find that pressure, but like that was a very scary round, I think, for both players.
Yeah.
Krome here, Mountain is stacking once more.
But yeah, like you see how Void stack is very uneven.
Yeah, it's very high, like very vertical based.
Yeah, I was about to say, just look and see how the garbage interacts with his stack, but he just completely nuked that entire thing and clapped back at Krome. There'll be plenty of opportunities to just study the interaction over this entire set.
Yeah, huge 5 chain coming in from Void there.
Oh, Chrome's got a lot of meter. Okay, so that's 4 rows of garbage, but you see, the garbage allowed Void to access his greens immediately without having to drop pieces as filler. So that's like one of the big important ideas of tanking garbage in Puyo. Sometimes the garbage will actually like raise you up and give you access to the Puyo that you actually want to set off
In
instead
terms of like positioning,
Yes, it positions you better.
Receiving garbage in Puyo can actually get you in a better position, which is very interesting. I don't think that's super the case in Tetris, because in Tetris the reason you would accept garbage is so that you have like better tempo. It is sort of the term that I use for it. Is like you would use that garbage that you receive to spike your opponent back out. You don't use it to like put the pieces in better places. So
Yeah. Because all
But
the garbage. Oh, sorry.
like in both ways though, it's very interesting the way that players interact with garbage.
Yeah, like, because garbage in Tetris doesn't ultimately interrupt the player's plan. It just rises your stack up. But you still get
Yeah.
to play the game you want to play. Whereas in Puyo, you have to live with the garbage.
Oh, great C-spin coming in from Krome there. That's such a smart build. That
Void
was
claps back
super,
with the
super fresh.
Hellfire, though. And Krome almost stubbed his toe on that line piece.
Love that you call it the stub your toe. I also call it that.
Oh, high five. I like it.
High 5. Let's go. Absolute banger.
Oh,
Great
Void-
counter 4 from Krome there, but they close up their stack. They're just trying to out pressure Void.
Void measured the garbage tank wrong. It was just 1 row too high and lost his access to his yellows. So he's forced to just accept that 2 chain into the second 2 chain.
This is really interesting watching Void's play. I have not like paid super much attention to the Puyo boards, like watching this as a spectator, but it's definitely interesting. And here we see Void setting off another 2 chain, just You know what?
Void was thinking about not actually popping the green to go for a greedy option, but Margin time's terrifying now. Margin time is Resident Evil 7.
So true. I have never played. I'm really bad with horror games, so I've never played it, but I believe it.
Same. I'm terrible at horror games.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, what's Void's angle? Ooh, another power 2. This might clap back pretty hard. Oh.
Krome is in a position where they just need to find the cancels to not die, and not gonna quite get there.
Did you see how much damage that power 2 did? Holy smokes.
That was so much pressure from Void, just like consistent 2 chains and the occasional 3 chain there during the margin time. Really, really strong stuff.
Yeah, but now we're back to margin time reset, so Void's got to go back to being defensive. Yeah, you see how like 2 lines, 1 line of garbage, he still has he has those purples still accessible after that deluge of harassment. And look, it's main chain. And the reds are gonna link up too.
So much power there, and Krome is gonna receive not actually that much garbage. It's a lot less than I was expecting.
But it's Void's objective to survive. Less try to smoke Krome right now.
Yeah, I've noticed that rounds that the Puyo player will win tend to be longer, right?
Yeah.
Just because you kind of have to lean on the garbage time a little bit.
Yeah, Puyo unfortunately has to rely on the margin time, and that's why having a modified margin time for this rule set is pretty integral to seeing this format actually come back, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Chrome's position here is very strange, and that Z misdrop, I think, there is going to cost them a lot in terms of position. They might be able to find an out here. Really smart usage of the T.
5 chain coming in.
Forecast T-spin, but yeah, Void's big 5 chain is gonna pressure them all the way back up. And this is a very scary situation for Krome. I think Void is very comfortable right now.
Oh, here comes another big chain. That's number 4. Krome needed that down stack really bad. And he's still back up at the board. Oh my goodness, Void. Your damage output. A power 2 into the 3. Uh-oh.
I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, Void tying things up 6-6.
What do you mean it's tied up? Holy smokes.
Yeah, we are halfway through this set. Like all you folks at home.
This is what I love this game so much.
I used to not really like PPT. I've come around on it a little. I've come around.
As a former Tetris main, this game has a big sentimental value to me.
As it should. As it should.
Oh my god, the purples into the yellows. What a nice 5 chain. Chrome's all the way at the bottom though, so he's just gonna take a little hit there.
Yeah, but that's like halfway up their board, and it's not a position you particularly want to be in, especially with the quality of that garbage, which is to say bad.
Oh, it is a little bit Swiss right now.
Oh, Krome making the most out of the situation though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great no eyepiece in sight, and the eyepiece is gonna kill him.
Oh, the eyepiece. No! Wait. Lease on live?
Krome not gonna get there, but the awareness to skim away the 1 line before the eyepiece came was I think very like really smart, really aware on Chrome's part, because like the way that pieces spawn in PPT, for those of you who don't know or who don't follow the game super well, it's very easy to just like accidentally have the eyepiece spawn and then kill you.
Oh yeah, eyepiece clipping the stack.
Yeah. Especially without like IRS or like initial hold.
No! Power 4 to the 5? Yeah, Krome had to do some mitigation there.
Yeah, but Chrome's position honestly is not that bad. Finding these T-spins and the fact that they're higher up on the board means that physically speaking, when you're higher up on the board, your T-pieces have to travel less. So you can go a tiny bit faster when you're T-spinning, which I actually think is some really interesting. I love that aspect about tuning limit Tetris, is just like the farther up you are, by fundamental, the way that the game works, you can technically go faster.
Right. I think they apply a similar concept when you're trying to speedrun TGM also.
You want to be closer to the top. I think that's the thing in like Ultra for Tetris. But getting back into the match here, Void's board has a lot of garbage on it, but it doesn't look so bad. Just a lot of like things that are very disparate, like very spread out. Thesaurus.com is my best friend.
It's actually really disparate right now. I don't see a lot of threatening potential for Void right now. He's got that 2-chain just to buy him some time, but red into green is going to be another thing. That cleans out a little garbage, but he's still very close on column 3, so he's got to dig down a little bit, which he does with those blues. Those blues, again, create some more room, and now he's got access to his Puyo again, and now he can try to improvise something over here.
This is a really, really great dig from Void here, from Void, as Krome is continuing just to try to pressure him out. Great counter 4, but Void's position is pretty okay again. Not gonna die. That column 3 is pretty open still.
Blue, yellow, red, 3-chain on margin time. It's scary time. Oh,
yeah, and Void gonna get there. 8-6 right now over Krome.
Krome wanted a T-spin, I think, and he was 4 pieces away. That's not a lot of time. Not a lot of time for Krome to cycle through 4 pieces, I think. Oh, what's Void's angle here? The reds into the power 2. Hellfire!
A great defense on Chrome's end, though. This 6-3 stack is super, super fast and really working out in their favor. Great donation mitigate that.
Checkmate.
Chrome's position there, they did misdrop, but some quick thinking on that T-spin got them the pressure that they needed.
Yeah, that's like the prime example of why you want to build like uneven on Puyo. Like you just see how it just became an entire parfait of Puyo and garbage, and it just becomes extremely annoying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Krome there at the beginning of the round though didn't take PC. I'm curious if that was intentional or they just had like the plan of how they wanted to stack the 6-3. Didn't see the PC. It's interesting though.
Oh, huge down stack from Krome. But Void's not out of it just yet. His stack is actually looking kind of nice. And he still has access to the yellow, so he pulls that trigger. Beyblades let it rip.
Oh, I love Beyblade. Let's go. Absolute banger. I love when Beyblade Moses parted the sea. That's a real thing that happened, by the way. I want the people at home to know that canonically in Beyblade, Moses, as in like the, that one parted the sea with a Beyblade.
Come again?
I'll say it again for the folks in the back.
What the heck? Do I need to watch Beyblade again? What the heck?
It's not even like a thing that's given that much attention. It's just like kind of a pass away line, like a passerby line.
Please tell me this is
like this thing that happened.
Please tell me this is a 4Kids thing.
No, it's animated and everything.
Whoa, alright, bring me back, we're gonna get on this tangent, I'm gonna lose myself, alright.
Bringing it back into the match here, Krome is down 9-7, but this position could be good for Krome. I think they have a lot of 2-line garbage that can be counted up pretty well.
This is Chrome's round, yeah.
9-8 here.
Yeah,
Can we get a 9? Can we get a 9?
When Void was that high up on the stack, he was actually being forced to gamble. He was hoping for callers and miracle pieces that would come, but they never came. Sans Undertale. So, unfortunately, yeah, Void did get Sans Undertale, as many do. And which brings us now to 9-8. Is that 3 gonna link up? No, it's not.
Quite. Getting there with the 5 though, and that's gonna send Krome very high up. Krome with good position though. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, very interesting TSD donation there. Not really donation, but just T-spin find in general.
Void had a really good 3-chain to mitigate and clap back a little bit too. Here comes a 4-chain from Void. So Chrome's got a brace for impact here a little bit. He's gonna get rocketed up the stack here, yup.
Oh, but yeah, Chrome's gonna open back up. Great T-spin, foresight there into this really, really strong pressure wave coming in from Krome.
Another 4-chain. Wait, a 5-chain coming from Void now. Oh man, that vertical
5-chain coming in. Krome
immaculate.
I don't know. Did that pass? Did that like not cancel off, or I think Krome canceled like half of it, but the 5-chain just so strong.
The
I'm
five
not even sure.
kind of buff, yeah. Like if a Tetris player can't mitigate garbage, a 6-chain is a one-shot.
6-chain is just like 20 lines, just like
Something like that, yeah.
you just get one blam from 0 to the top. That's messed up.
Garbage I think is dealt like 6 or 7 lines at a time, so Tetris gets like maybe 2 more turns, but if you can't mitigate in 2 turns, you die.
Gotcha. Yeah, we see Krome bringing out the same strategy that worked out well for players like Gigawatt, players like I think Jaden did this similar thing earlier in the tournament. Just very, very fast 6-3, and we see here,
Yeah.
just
Krome.
Oh, and a color clear coming in from Krome.
Ooh.
See how they follow this up.
Yeah.
Just gonna get there for sure.
Krome was schmoving. That was like world record pace for a sprint right there. He was schmoving.
Yeah, Chrome's speed there super, super strong. Oh, not gonna take, just gonna take the double and go into this STSD build. Very, very bread and butter for many players who are familiar with the opener. Oh no, Krome. That's really, really rough.
Oh, that might be extremely costly for Krome unless that gives Void so much time. You have no idea. Like, look at this.
Void's pressure here, as like with the 1-chain. I guess not pressure, more so spike. But the blam that Void is about to send is definitely going to be a big one.
Power 3 is
Krome
going to be
needs
big.
to mitigate at least some of this damage if they want to survive, and they're going to get there. Void's position, though, still looking pretty good, from what I can tell. Another fatty 2-chain, and Chrome's position is just not it. Lots of holes in the stack. That J misdrop is not doing them any favors either. And similarly to the Beyblade that parted the sea, Krome
is so
about to
high
get
up the
split
Krome is so
apart.
high up the stack. I'm kind of scared for him right now.
Great
Wow, that
ice
line
line.
piece. Oh, you're not gonna.
That's a triple. That's not gonna get there. But that TSS gonna buy Krome
Power 2?
a little bit of life, and the eyepiece. Yeah, the eyepiece clips the stack, and that's gonna do it.
Oh
Void taking it.
man. If that S, it was the S officer. It was him. Oh my god. If the S wasn't there, then the line piece would have allowed Krome to get the down stack on the left side of the field, and who knows how that round could have unfolded after that.